Good morning, Facebook, YouTube. Happy July 1st and happy new Gene Key theme. We're in Gene Key 39. And we'll just start off today, this morning, by sitting with our eyes closed. And the whole idea behind this experiment that I started, we're just now in the second Gene Key, so not even a week in, is to invite the frequencies of each gene key that relate to the 64 codons in our body. So there's 64 gene keys, 64 codons in our body. The sun is transiting through that theme, so it's amplifying this key for the next 6 days. So the intention is to embody and receive the gifts of this key, and also to liberate us from any shadows that we're ready to become aware of, and possibly even taste the city. And the case of this one is liberation. So before we go into the contemplation today about the shadow, the gift, and the city, let's just tune into our body, closing down the eyes and coming to the breath. And just bringing our awareness into the body, into our fascia, the structure, the webbing that connects our whole body together and connects us in a very real way to one another. And just setting the intention, if that feels true for you, to receive the gifts of this theme. And we don't even have to know what that means or what that looks like. Just tune into your body and just notice any subtle sensations going on. Maybe as you become aware of your breath, it starts to deepen and soften. And you can stay with your eyes closed if you like. I'm going to just flow into what I've just absorbed in my light reading and listening to Richard's audio on this key. So the shadow is provoking, provocation. And this is the idea that we are either easily provoked by others, and in the repressive nature, we're stuck and we're in so much fear, but we don't realize we're in fear. And so we just keep a lid on ourselves and our creativity and even awareness about our direction in life. And we just feel really stuck. Or we can be in the reactive nature of provocation, where when we get provoked, we get angry and we project that anger out on another person or another situation. And that's the idea of provocation. It's ultimately there to reveal to us blocks that we have in our body. And Richard Rudd says he contemplates this as the meridians in the body. When we have blocks in the meridians in our body, the blockages of flow, which we can have internally, that creates an emotional response within us that then doesn't allow us to respond in a calm space or with awareness or with creativity, but just to have that knee-jerk reaction. But we also have these like invisible meridians in the different bodies, our energy bodies, our mental bodies. And so we can have blocks relative to limiting stories or limiting beliefs about ourselves. And so something will come into our life and bring a situation to provoke us to be aware of these stories. So the shadows are really a gift when we have the awareness, and that brings us to the higher level of this theme is dynamism. The gift is dynamism. And I love the imagery of what dynamism is. And that's if we look at a young child before they reach the age of 7, they have so much energy. They're just constantly exploring and creating and wanting to talk and learn. And by the age of 7, they start to get their programming. And so that dynamism slowly starts to dwindle. And as we, get older and older, we have more blocks, whether those blocks are in our body and our DNA from our past, our ancestors, whether they're blocks from stored emotions that we didn't know how to handle, or blocks in our mental body. That starts to slow the flow and the natural dynamism and our natural creativity and our natural connection to something beyond ourselves that gives us access to that creativity. And then the highest expression of this key is liberation, as I mentioned. And the interesting thing with liberation is that you cannot be provoked anymore. You can no longer be provoked. You are able to just completely feel peace with who you are. And so, of course, to get to that level, there's much clearing that we must do. And the physiology, now getting into the physiology, because every key is connected to a part of the body. And this one is our adrenals. And you might have heard the term adrenal fatigue. That is, obviously when we're so stressed out that our adrenals, our functions of our glands and our organs start to impact us. So the adrenals are just behind our back. You can place your hands on them and just give them love. Let love run through your hands into your adrenals. And this week, the practice will be to become aware when we get provoked and to witness what goes on in our bodies and to breathe. This is also very connected to the breath, this key. So just watching our breath as often as we can remember, watching what arises and making this the practice that when we get provoked by something, we get triggered, we say, okay, thank you. Thank you for showing me what I'm ready to clear, and breathe. And I think that's the contemplation this week is great question to keep is, where in my life am I being provoked? And what might this situation be trying to awaken in me? And just asking that question, listening, the answer will always be there. Don't doubt it. All the wisdom is within us. And I look forward to seeing what unfolds this week for my own life. It's already been a profound journey just making this commitment for myself to show up every day. But it's just been amazing so far to have the structure of a theme and of connecting to the body and having that intention of really embodying, especially as we move into these times that we're in, being connected to our source within. And that creativity is what's going to allow us to navigate our life with more ease, with more flow, even with all of the chaos going around us, because everything is up right now in a collective way. The provoking is heightened. And I'll finish with this because it's a great image that Richard Rudd makes reference to in his audio about this. When he's talking about liberation, he's talking about, uses the metaphor of cleaning the drain in your sink at home, that disgusting gunk and bacteria that you have to sometimes clean from your drains after some time. Well, that gunk and bacteria is all up in the collective right now, and it can look messy and like things are going in the wrong direction, but actually it's our awakening. We are being provoked to become awake as a collective. And so that from that acidic level, that provocation is actually provoking at that higher level. It's provoking beauty. It's provoking love. It's provoking more people to realize they want to come together in community, and they want to contribute to creating beauty in this world. And so that's a very beautiful thing. And I wish you a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So we'll see you soon.